Americans and English speakers have had a lot of trouble saying that title. And, as someone who's not the greatest and being called out for the wrong
Folie
pronunciation
Deux.
of French here with this Belgian fella, it has become more sad than funny at this point, which is that also the same thing we can say about Joker too? I guess the film focuses a bit more about what like Arthur Fleck has created by doing a murder of a broadcaster on live TV. He's become infamous, adored, hated, and he struggles to find the line between his own identity. Is he the Joker? Is he Arthur Fleck? Is he putting on a performance to be the Joker, or is his non-persona actually his true self? All of those things are questions within himself, within the media, where he gets to be showcased and around, and the love story that emerges with Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn. I think it's a bit of a mess, if I'm being honest. Kev, you liked it more than I did, so sing its praises.
Well, I actually like the fact that it goes more into the what is Joker to Arthur Fleck,
Mm.
and I love the fact that we kind of discussing, what Joker means to other people. What this Joker means to him as he struggles between the two, and I absolutely loved it. In terms, I love that idea. Phoenix, as always, very very good, excellent performance as always.
He's a
I
good
don't
sad
think the
boy.
man never phones it in.
Yeah.
But especially the first half hour, I absolutely loved as we get to see Arthur Fleck kind of having his life in prison, getting mistreated by the prison guards with Brendan Gleeson. Whenever I see him on screen, I'm like, oh, that's a really interesting dynamic between him and Arthur Fleck because obviously the prison guards don't really know him as Joker, and they only kind of
Yeah.
see him as becoming or like a version of the Joker as the movie goes on.
Mm.
The movie is also a courtroom drama at a certain point, which I found to be the most riveting stuff, especially where one scene when Arthur Fleck struggles to keep up Joker persona. I love that scene. It features a character that also starred in the 2019 Joker, and that's where I'll leave it at that. Lady Gaga isn't the best in the movie. I will say, I believe actually somewhere Todd Phillips dropped that Lady Gaga wasn't his first choice, which makes me curious to ask who was. And I would love to have seen their take on Harleen Quinn, as she is an enabler to Joker, to Arthur Fleck. There are obviously musical segments into the movie, but they have kind of strayed away from this musical aspect in the marketing, and that might be because there was a research that said that musicals don't do that well. Like if people hear the word musical, they kind of go like, "Oh." So that's maybe why they have strayed away from it. It also in the movie doesn't lean that much into the musical segment. Like
No.
there aren't any big dance sequences when they sing. It's kind of flawed to not fully lean into that. The moments I appreciated the musical segment the most was during an interview with Steve Coogan and at a bar. You also got a rooftop segment, but I found that one to be a bit just okay. In the end, the movie does take a big, bold swing, I should say. Ewan didn't find it bold. I did, personally.
Yeah,
And
because I
I,
was
I, I
expecting
really
it.
liked the movie. Is it as good as the first one? No. The composer of the movie, Hildur Gudnadur, I'm not gonna butcher that name. I
Yeah, you definitely
refuse.
butchered it. You 100%
No,
butchered
no,
it.
no, 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 no. She kind of gets put on the sidelines to make room for the musical segments, which I've found a bit of a shame because the first one, the score, is the one that won the Oscar.
Mm.
And the fact that that isn't as prominent in the sequel is just too bad, really. But
I don't know,
I
man.
liked it. you didn't.
I feel like it's such a like the first one had its thing about society, and this one needs to break down how we create figures through media, and I just don't think it gets to an interesting place.
Did you like the
Uh,
first one?
I didn't really know.
No, because I
So
loved the
like
first one. Yeah, so
you go in with I feel like you. It's hard to say if like everyone who liked the first one also liked this one.
no, totally. Yeah.
Because some of the singing bits, I think the musical side is often like one song that gets repeated like 2 or 3 times.
Two
Um,
times, yeah.
which isn't like something super special for if like that could technically happen in the score and have a different meaning as it like
Yeah.
pops up the first time. The second time, it's often used. It's like a frequent cinematic tool. Those moments, I think, work quite well, but it's none of it like blew me away. I think it was also quite repetitive in the way that it was basically going back and forth between reality and dreamscape, where the first one was really playing and toying with that line of what is his actual psychosis, what you
yeah.
don't see. Here, it becomes abundantly clear where you maybe go in with the expectation that, hey, there might be something going on, but I guess through the medication that he takes in prison, it's clear that maybe some of these tendencies are like subdued.
Yeah.
The justification is there. I just found like the love story and I was always going to say Harvey Dent, who is also in the film, by the way. But Harley Quinn was just a bit underwhelming. I was just expecting a bit more from someone like Lady Gaga, and then them dancing on the stairs. For example, like a trailer scene, big trailer scene is not even in the film, and I wonder where it would even fit into the story. I don't know, maybe at the very end there, but I don't know. I didn't completely hate it though. When you look at my rating, it's not like I'm giving it a 1 star. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10, which is still acceptable.
Oh,
And it's no. No, I think I was always at a 6. Did I say I was at a 5?
I think you were at a 5.
I don't believe I was at a 5. I literally have the receipts here. On my last page of the Joker notes, it says it's way too bright. A 5.5 over there.
Oh, right there. Okay. Well,
So I
it's
was
so
always-
tough to read.
It's so blown out. But yeah, that's it, folks.
We should say great opening sequence, which does kind of summarizes the movie.
They were. So this was the most intense movie experience when it comes to security. It was so funny going from this to the next film, Diva Futura, where like there's no security anymore.
No.
And then this, there was everyone just like on the lasers, like you got a phone, exterminate.
I counted at least 22 guards, which is way more than usual. Normally there are like 6 people. There were like 22 people here, so yeah, it was packed. Yeah,
I guess do they still not want us to talk about like the openings? I wouldn't. I feel like the
I'm not
information
gonna.
is out there.
But
I'm
just gonna mention it's pretty good.
But it's inventive. I like it for that.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.